still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you were a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. He's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. In Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. That unnecessary. Especially knowing what we know now. Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward, then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
I can walk from here. Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells. Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and do the one thing that has proved
I know it's a lot to ask, but
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lost Wing are my family. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. If it's the vineyard you're worried, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're fab...
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us. Who's to say you couldn't convince the entire...
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall...
So you'll join us? Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of curse-breakers to accompany...
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far...
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I'm nervous.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate.
At your service.
Please, just Sid.
Oh, of course. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me.
To become a scout, yes.
I am. But I swore I'd face him.
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support. It taught me what one man can do. And I've been training ever since. So that one day...
You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're...
So...
You haven't even started. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout. Eastwatch. And bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost, and you'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, all without being discovered and thrown in...
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limit.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out.
On my way. All right, Ember. Trust me. Ready, go? Faster! All right. These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Get him! Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is, then.
I didn't... Where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you...
Hey? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy...
What? Wasn't that what you asked? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, as heir. And he did...
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your... Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
mistress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
I would speak with this duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, so I was wondering if you would lend them your strength.
Of course.
Thank you, Clive. Philippe told me he had men stationed...
Where can I find the mistress of this...
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small... I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. I trust you'll forgive me.
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in... Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his rep. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed. He must be made to face the consequence.
And who would...
I would. Myself and were you to join us, we would surely...
Does that not seem a trifle...
Drastic action is precisely what my father would have it, that citizens exist only... But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the... He's always been like this, scornful of the opinions of anyone but he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over... We must fight him.
Fight him? No. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon... While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope...
False hope. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same... I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town, this is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? But perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see...
He'd have our coin, our stock enough.
So you are content to abandon... Please, if you are a true son of Northreach, you must...
That's exactly what I am. Or trying to, at least. The land...
Even when our true enemy is... Fine. Thank you so much for your...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edge, like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dane to join her.
I bet that went well. Anyway...
What? Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did, right, as always. In fact, we've had some reports.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet.
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep?
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the others.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Farewell. This way. Get him.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you all right?
I am. But I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from We might be able to fend off an attack from one side.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look. You head back to Northreach. I want you there.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have...
What? This is I'll do what I can to calm things. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders. I got them spaced out at regular intervals.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist, should any of your men be injured, Take them to the vet.
Thank you, milady.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the... Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the...
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by... What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And well, I can't promise to hold...
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
When the fight begins.
I want steel in the hands of every man.
Let's go.
There are so many of them.
Not for long. Is it over? No. It's only just begun. Let's try. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but
but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering.
You were right, and I was wrong. I had thought that the only way to that without a strong hand to guide, they would drift apart. To be but you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and...
You have the right, as did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque, I forgot that.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so... I only wanted you to understand how the people felt, how I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, secure, and we may yet achieve it. Will you join us in this?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are all, and today there are more than ever.
Madam Isabel is a... In these, I see that it is...
You're right.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady. The dame said it herself. We can and that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wood.
Can we get you anything?
Just a little further.
This the last one?
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it...
You've helped quite...
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you...
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? But I sense you would rather have died here. For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. I was Carla then. Courtesan. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford... Alas, those for naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard. The gentle... After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me, and so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, ate until we found ourselves here. It was the Vale that took us in, that fed us. Those that could be healed, at least.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town, and how the men and women of the Vale supported me, though I was still a stranger to them. And so I swore that I would return the kind, that I would repay my debt.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this.
Perhaps that is why I have such a soft... Never stop fighting, Clive, and I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Orif, all united in defense of this town. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always. Good girl.
Might this be Mickelberg?
Be safe. These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you too?
Heed the call? No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him.
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home.
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. This village is where they shall cast their souls.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, let us be. Free us from...
They want to be... Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like...
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me.
I am. Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more you have seen them at their prayer, they devote themselves to the veneration of praying night and day, not that they might be granted respite from their world. Serve him with all of their... I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but... And so I would see it through to the end. See that they might do their...
You do understand what their dream is?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills, and I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, forgive me, my lord. But I must remain. Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. Stay down. This one. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Over here! This one. Over here! Too slow. Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord, just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
My lord, I'm glad.
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained...
He died protecting the village. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they prayed to their god that they... Then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed himself, that even knowing that lie...
Then he perished defending liberty. For the right to choose. A noble ambition. It matters not how misguided, only that the decision we live for better or...
But he didn't die for you, and you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his.
I'd like to know this man's name, to know the names of all the Undying who've fallen and they died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has the greatest honor of my life to... Though our duties may differ, yours, and were they here...
Uncle Field Marshal Rutherford is a... They will await you.
One other?
Lord Havel was concerned that even... He asked if
One of your...
Master Quinton would probably...
Another outlaw. Just the thing we need to put these... Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier.
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage...
Oh, don't you? The 7 high houses will... They have all agreed to make them... Oh, of course, it did take a little. But luckily I had some...
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumour has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward, Rockford, from a horde of blood...
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle-axe, she had a shipload of talents, and when the other houses saw the passer...
I'm happy to...
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
And how...
You find that is...
Well, that's certainly...
Says my soldiers act... They'll be dead even before...
Perhaps I might suggest, those supply routes are indeed, allow them to make port and fill there. But I'm sure 2 such firm friends... Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between...
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company are you expecting him to keep? The man's a
criminal? How? You are not fit to breathe the same air.
Upstanding!
Once more unto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm, and to do that we must convince... There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, the fate of the world lies, but the well-being of her people...
Uncle Byron.
Now, with that settled, let's move. For what great moment... Citizens of... Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role we shall play our parts to the best of our ability. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. I want you to keep this sight.
I will.
What do you think that thing is?
Sancfordian, dear. Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
First the skies, then the crystal.
If Joshua...
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen her...
Mid?
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me, this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one black...
Wait, the children. When they took apart, now that I think about it,
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go...
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid!
She wasn't. She's just busy
A new invention? Is it in...
Do you think she'll let...
Just a brass gear.
Oh, the one...
We saved it.
Since your lesson, all the pieces...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just a gear?
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, else won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat flaft. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
All this time, my heart has wandered hither and thither in search of the perfect companion. When all along he was here, standing right beside me.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, sir. You earned this. Come again. I may have more. Oh, yeah.
You should have seen him.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes. Truth be told, it was... But from what?
No. Ember lost his nerve in the face, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he...
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. After all.
With a bit of hard work, but a scout's nose is different. You've either got them by sniffing out that log. Young Ember here has shown it wouldn't do to waste it now.
Fine.
I'll do whatever. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit. I'll show you. Just...
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the curse breakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
There's something about it.
Joshua, I don't think I'd realize...
I suppose it's not.
She doesn't think she belongs in it.
And that's why we need to to let her know that we still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on it, and Jill and I broke from the procession to
see the snow daisies? It was the first time Father had allowed us. And when he realized you were missing, he...
In the rain. It was the Lord Commander who finally found her.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
True. Though I suspect it is also much changed.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go... What would you do without me, Clive?
You all right?
Something troubling you?
It's just... Edda's bit...
I'm sure she'd like...
Back in the north. Yeah, I'll let the little...
So?
Well, the problem is that Edda's due any...
Is there anything I can... All right, then.
A good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One... There's nothing is. They're hard to come by.
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird who's...
Well, there's no shortage of those passing. I think I might make that my first port of...
You're a good friend, Clive.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me.
Oh.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. There was a man stopped by near some guide. Most took him.
We'll see.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit can't.
Can I help you?
You wouldn't have.
But if it
was a silver chocobo.
Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't be the...
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
I'll do either look.
I'm looking...
No where it is. Veneers.
You're probably right. A silver chocobo. Run like the wind. Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. And recently. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be dead. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds. Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Ready, go?
No mistakes. Straight home now. Not another one.
Let darkness fall!
was no trouble.
Clive, how'd you... Chris, Heron.
It's a lot.
Right there.
Everything up the empty cap.
Don't blame. They'll find it after all. Anyway, and now...
I didn't know you...
like the fact I'm... And that book...
But it weren't you. I slew one of...
So all those long...
Don't...
There we go. What do you think?
I think...
Oh, will I? I should go and...
Give it my best.
Still alive, are you? It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Yeah. Well, Sancfordian, dear. Should last you a good while. That it? Fine. How are you feeling?
Well... Is...
Wrong.
Go on. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's a good luck charm. I mean...
I thank you.
If there's anything you need.
I will.
Fancy a swift off. I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are, after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many. I said I was going to get back to work anyway. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks.
I know. This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared.
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might...
Someone at the backyard. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen her. Should.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a
Snow daisies. Then you'll want... I reckon Man's Hill both have similar climbs and the right...
Right.
Did you learn where we...
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in...
the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept the record of our traps, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted any...
Whose shores border the meadows.
And how might I help the garrison today?
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes.
Do be careful.
I will.
Ready, go? Yeah!
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Look, brother.
You see them?
Flowers and our friends. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
That was harder than I expected. But found her.
Do you think Jill...
She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. The rest as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm.
Jill.
There is? And where might...
It's, how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show... Yeah,
You don't need to say anything. We've been worried about you. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or... tried to?
You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift... In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at... They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there, and I knew then, no matter... I'll never forget that feeling. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
was much good at garlands. But it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the...
You're right.
And we'll do it together.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Faster!
Back to the stables, Carl. Doris is waiting for me near Balmond Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
That'll do, girl. There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just... About all the floods inside the walls. Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope not. Locked up tight. So this place, and I doubt...
No sign of any bearers yet.
Quiet.
Careful.
Caution, brother. Quiet.
Minimal loss of even the... They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lockdown.
I know. Bearers die every... Pitting bearers again, and not just those, and those who wouldn't.
I'm afraid.
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right.
See what we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be... Are you alone?
Some of the guards. There's...
Thank the fount.
It was worth our coming.
Ready when you are. You poor thing. What?
He fought them once. He must have said... Where is he?
Chadwick.
Was that...
What?
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep it...
All right. You put that bearer...
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Sid, are you...
I'm fine. What is it?
A diary. I gave... He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on. We have to get her back to the...
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've bet...
She is. I thank the flames.
I know. I'm sorry.
There's no need to... How he fought. That's the man.
I wish I could have met... I'd like to hear more.
Of course. You already met my former master. We were supposed to be sold to For years, So we escaped after so many years of training.
But even in captivity, and he died, not as someone's...
Hyde Marie is proof of that. And the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath.
Thank you, Doris.
Help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised all yours? Come again. I may have more for you.
You deserve a rest. Another of the Royalist guard dogs. Specimens, too. No match for you, eh, Torgal? The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you from a distance.
Subtle. I know who...
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and...
Your care?
That, but by one means or another.
Then I'll have to politely... I won't let you...
Then we find ourselves at... Very well.
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive, but we have other means.
Why do you want it so badly?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity, and it tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression. Would you say that this interpretation will...
I don't know.
You don't? Your sword may be sharp, but your... So let me answer for it. There is no correct that a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. It is a question of numbers. If enough people believe...
So you're trying to control them?
We are trying to protect people from knowledge. That would bring... That is all. You may keep the book. For the world is small. Until then.
Wait. Let's get this back to Vivian.
Yeah!
We're not alone.
I can walk from here. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Conditioning. Disposed of. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be back? There's something hidden among the roots. This must be the register. So many. This place was Where is the architect of all this? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. done here. Vivian, I found it.
Even though I asked this of you, I fear the exact...
I met with one of and I convinced him to... He told me something, the truth is just a matter, and that if enough people...
It does, but it also means that the truth is not immutable. Provided that, though, as the sad history...
You said that the book inspired you.
It did. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand, a gallows stood, and by shunning society, or perhaps I, too, have always felt... She taught me that my soul, and that, though my journey...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly? Perhaps the result of studying mankind. But the more I study... So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive. When in... Give the men and women...
I'll try, Vivi.
All this time.
I did. The register. There was no son.
I pray all their name, my friend. Against children. No,
they'd be happy to.
But why did I?
It's not your fault. See that.
I'm going all up, and in the name.
Neither will I.
These records.
Clive. Going purse weighing you down? You'll break your back stuffing all that in your satchel. Finished, are you?
Trouble with your gear, or... What do you want? Anything else?
First the skies, then the crystal.
It's usually me making...
Then this is all a lie. No, it's not.
They give it up.
When the blame.
I see. I'm ready.
Then fabulous.
Well, I can't. Where can I...
You have seen. Well, there is a whether they.
It's all right.
Thank you.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. This won't be easy. Nice try. There they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Faster! Caution, brother.
That'll do, girl. Rest in peace. I think. It's. Your Highness.
No. Our laws must. No, not after. I have taken count all because I was. I have sworn to atone, but were I to meet with.
Then that tests your resolve.
I'm very well.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm.
for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you. Were it not for you, not to mention...
I hope the Sorlin...
Why?
What's this?
A stoler's quill, or more precisely, it is said, so consider this, that one day...
Well, thank you, Harpocrates.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. It'd better all be here.